What is up, guys? Tomcat here, and today we are back in Spin Tires for a look at a new map. Now, this map is weird because somehow it made it onto the Steam Workshop. Maps are not supposed to make it onto the Steam Workshop, but regardless, I saw it right when it got, presumably right when it made it up, and I downloaded it, and I'm checking it out. It looks like it's very much a mud focused, swamp focused map, so I'm gonna give it a try and see how it is. I mean, I know that there's a lot of like muddy trails, and we haven't really had a map like that in a while, so normally the maps that we use are a lot more, you know, you could say like rock crawling focused and things like that. But let's see, we need to get, first thing we're gonna set off in is the Dodge Mega Cab, but I need to set it up first. The Baja Claws can stay. Dual straight stacks, dual curved stacks, or axle dump. I did the axle dump last time, so I'll do the dual curved stacks. And should we do a gooseneck? Nah. I mean, we could. We could. I don't see why not. I don't see why not. If it'll let us, let's see if it gets angry. Nope. Works all right. Actually, then, if it lets us do that, oh god, the steering is messed up. It was like not letting me turn a certain way. That was weird. It was just like, yeah, you're not gonna turn right no matter how much you try to turn right. Let's see. Put the ramps back down. Well, not back down, just down. And what I'm gonna do is, well, actually pull the ramps back up just a bit, and then we can go to our map and we can switch to the Type C 255. And I'm going to go ahead and load this up onto that trailer with, let's see, pack trailer, no, just like, just 3,000, no, roof repair kit, no, I just want something that's going to be, here, let's just put the tractor on it. That doesn't work. That works. Let's just put the regular tractor hookup on it, and then that'll be it, really. So our whole mission is just to get this to where it can pick up a trailer. Like, I know there are trailers throughout the map, or at least I think there are. Let's see. Garage semi-trailer. So this is a trailer just sitting there. So, and normally, I would want to tow this around anyway, just as a little bit of a challenge, but it's cool to know that we have an objective, you know, that's focused on it as well. So that barely fits. Like, that seriously barely fits. So I'm going to try and get it as far up on the trailer as possible. And then set the brake and let that be that. Shut the engine down. So it's not going to want to move at all. Hopefully, anyway. And then we'll get the ramps up on the trailer. And should be good to go. Alright, ramps are up. So, at this point, we pretty much set off and see what this thing can do. We've got it in automatic mode. It's definitely weighed down a bit. I'm thinking maybe low, like, right at the bottom of low 3 would work pretty well. I gotta be really careful, because this bridge is sketchy, and it's literally, we can't go anywhere unless we cross this bridge. You gotta go more this side, you gotta go more nope, nope, nope! Oop! Yep, we screwed it up already. Alright, we gotta rescue this back to the garage. It's a pretty big map. I'm actually surprised at how big it is as a map. I'm gonna, you know what, just because I don't want to stop right there, I'm gonna pull this thing forward. I'm gonna pull this thing forward just to where we can load that truck back up again, load it up, and continue on. Because that's way too early for it to just, like, for us to have a fail like that. It's a weird spot for the trailer. Like, the trailer's actually kind of bending up. And now, well, we've got all the options that we need, so we can just go ahead and head up there. We can go ahead and head up there, no problem, and get everything hooked up and loaded up. Now, I'm still trying to work out how I'm going to title this video, because the name of the map is sort of in Russian, so I don't know. Like I said, I'm not sure how I'm going to title that, but we'll figure it out. Little issue, though. Little issue with loading. Oh god, actually big issue. Big issue with loading this trailer. We're stuck. We're very much... Oh god. Will it glitch like crazy if I... Nope. Okay then. So I'm actually going to drive this forward. And park it right there. Switch trucks again. God, this is more in depth than I planned, just to merely load a freaking trailer. Technically, we should have been long out of this area by now. Now just creep right up on the trailer, nice and slow. We're way too far off that side. Way too far. Yeah, it's just going to fall. Is it going to get bound up again? Almost. It almost got bound up again. Alright, I'm sticking in low 2. And literally just lining it up and crawling up the trailer. Because, honestly, there's no point in sitting around and... Okay. Not bad. Okay, stop it right there. I know it's hanging off the trailer a bit, but we've already had so many issues with this trailer that this truck and trailer, this particular combination, that I'm just honestly gonna see how far we can go and let that be that. And however long that truck lasts is how long that truck lasts on the trailer. And the next time it falls off, dude, we're freaking disconnecting it. Low 3. Let's go. Alright, come on, Dodge. Can you... Okay, yeah, dude, it's already freaking fallen off. Alright, I'm gonna leave that trailer for now, because I want to see the map. Like, I'm not super concerned with towing yet. I just want to see the map. I think the towing thing was just, like... It was kind of one of those things where I was like, yeah, let's see if we can do this. And I was like, oh, you know what? Maybe that's not a good idea. So... The exploration on this map will probably be a 2-part series. I haven't done a long exploration series in a while, just because not a lot of new maps have been coming out, especially not a lot of new big maps. But this one I think will do the trick as far as as far as getting everything out there, getting everything out there. I don't know where the hell that came from, but this I think will do the trick as far as finding a good map that we can explore, a map that we can explore, and a map that we can have fun with, because it's also very mud focused, and like I said, we haven't done a map like that in a while either. This truck just eats up mud though. Like there's not a lot that can stand in this truck's way mud wise. Let's put it in automatic mode. Now let's put it in high and see. Dude, it just rips. It doesn't even get bogged down, it just rips. Except for when it gets in the water, because the mud gets a little bit thicker there. But once you get out of the water, you're alright. You should be, anyway. Because it can dig down a little bit more, find itself some traction, and then pull. There it goes. Dude, I'm just leaving it in high, because I want to see as much of this map as possible. It's another trail that goes down that way, and that's just like a mud trail. I don't know what's down. I'll check out the main road first, and then head down to some of the other ones. Second gear, we can put it up in high now. Oh, well, that was mud. There's another truck over there. Okay, yeah, that's about as far as we can go in high. Mud's getting really thick now. Really deep, too. Yeah, maps like this are kind of rare now. Maps like this where it's just, like, straight-up mud trails. That's kind of rare now, and it's kind of cool to see these coming back. I like it. I mean, rock crawling is definitely, I think, more interesting, and it's more fun, but at the same time, when everybody's making rock crawling maps, then rock crawling tends to get a little bit repetitive. So, mud maps are a nice addition. They really, really are. And it's nice to see them coming back. Because again, like I said, they used to be a big deal. They used to be a big deal in the Spin Tires community, like the mud bog maps and stuff like that. But they started going away when the rock crawling maps started getting popular, and then everybody was like, "Oh my god, I got to make a rock crawling map," and so everybody made rock crawling maps. And the mud bog maps kind of died off a little bit. Whereas now, like I said, they're starting to come back, and this is the first good mud bog map that I've seen in a long time. So I like it. I like it. I really think it's a good map, and it's nice to see it back. Or, well, not this particular map, but, like, I like seeing the concept make a comeback, make a return. And also, speaking of that, another like thing that needs to make a return in spin tires is, or at least in my opinion, is maps like we had back in the beta. And I don't mean necessarily like low quality beta maps, but no, I mean more along the lines of things that were just weird. Like, we had desert maps, we had like desert maps that would turn into woods maps. Like, we had all sorts of weird stuff. If you don't know what I'm talking about, go way back on my channel and watch some of the videos that I did on Spin Tires beta mods, because those maps were really cool. We had these death roads, and we had just things that were very different than what you see in Spin Tires today, because I feel like the guys in Spin Tires today have kind of taken on a style, and generally they stick with that style, and that's not necessarily a bad thing. It just is what it is, and I think it's nice to kind of have a break from that every once in a while. We're picking up some traction. Oh, there we go. Oh, yeah. Pick up some traction now. Dude, now we're just rolling. We're just cruising. I don't even know where, oh, God, dude. We're getting, like, spewed with coal right now. Okay, see, I like stuff like that where they're like, oh, yeah, by the way, you have a couple different paths to choose from. That's cool. Again, like I said, the reason why I'm, like, bombing around the map in high is because I want to be able to see as much of it as possible. Because a lot of times, you don't see these maps, oh god, we wrecked. But we have corrected ourselves, so it's fine. Back it up the hill, and turn back down the hill, and stick it up in high. There's another truck that we just found. If I can get, oop. Come on, turn. Turn, big Dodge. Turn. Oh, my God. Dude, that is an insane mud bog. That is ridiculous. Okay, this is officially the craziest mud bog I've been in yet. Like, this is awesome. I mean, it's big, too. It's really big. And the fact that they put a lumber, like a lumber spot right out in the middle of the mud is pretty awesome. Like, it shows that they were dedicated to making this map tricky, and it really shows. Like, they have. Dude, that's awesome. I love this map now. That's really awesome, and I feel like Jeep Guy and I should do a multiplayer adventure here. But we've only explored a little bit of the map so far, and in the next video, we're going to explore it more in the lifted Ford that I spawned in. So if you guys enjoyed this video, don't forget to click like. Tell me in the comments below what you guys thought of it, and if you're new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe for more. I'll see you guys in the next one. Talk to you guys later, and hope you guys enjoyed.